Hello everyone, my name is the Beast Dispenser, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Make a Game / Dev Diary / maybe a different title altogether. Haven't really decided on what this series is going to be called. So I'm actually going to be making this video before I even upload the other videos I've made, so if I get any feedback on the first two episodes, I will not have seen them yet. So I apologize about that. Obviously, I'm willing to go back and make any sort of corrections that I need to make in regards to like things I've done already. But I am going to keep moving forward here, and I have a to-do list. Okay, so my goals with today's episode, and I just got rid of it. Today's episode is going to be to implement a basic sprinting, and it's just going to be moving faster while holding shift. I'm gonna try and make it to where these guys aggro if you shoot them, because right now they only aggro if they see you, and it kind of annoys me a little bit. I'm going to attempt to make a spawner so that if I kill something, another one spawns. I'm going to expand this map a little bit and start doing the basics of like what a level might look like. And finally, and this is in no particular order, so I might do this last one first. Basically, I want to make it to where I can die and then respawn somewhere. So I'll have to... I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, because I don't know if this came with a respawn point. I don't even... That's not going to be an object. I don't know why I'm looking it up. So yeah, those are the things I'm going to be working on today. And, you know, like last episode, there's going to be some time lapses. Real quick, I did want to mention something. Last episode, I ended off with me thinking there was an issue with these guys hitting me, but I added a health counter text at the top, and it is working just fine. So no issues there. I also there's an issue where the bullets are not working properly. And a large part of this can actually be fixed pretty easily. So I have the first-person character blueprint open, and this is all, you know, pre-built code or whatever. So in the spawn projectile, there's actually this little drop-down that says, try to adjust location, don't spawn if still colliding. I'm just going to do always spawn, ignore collisions, and this prevents it from moving the ball to the side. So now it'll shoot straight. There is a problem still, and I'll show that off real quick after I kill that guy. If you get to like a corner, you can actually shoot through, because like, I think it's like the ball is spawning inside of the object, so it's technically not colliding with it or something. I'm going to have to look into that. That might not be something I address in today's episode, because it's already a lot better when it's not trying to like... Okay, am I crazy, or is it still... Did I not? That's not good. I thought... Always spawn, ignore collision. I don't know why it's still... moving it to the side. I mean, it's doing it less, but it's still doing it. Like, look at that. That's crazy. Okay, well, I'm not too worried about it. That's a minor thing that I will change a lot more in future episodes, maybe like episode 4 or 5. But really what I want to get working on right now is going to be... Oh, should we do sprinting first? Let's do sprinting. That should be pretty easy to implement. So this is probably going to be a short time lapse because I more or less know how to do this. So yeah, just enjoy the small little time lapse. I'll try and have some more music. I'll try and have new music because I cycled through like 3 different songs in that last video. So I'm going to run out of music pretty quickly from the one website that I found. So anyways, on to the time lapse. Oh, right. It actually did end up taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. So I also realized I did part of that off screen on accident. I had multiple monitors and I just kind of wasn't thinking. So let me show you the end result here. So this is my current walking speed. I'm probably going to increase this because this is just not fun. But if I hold left shift, I do increase my speed. I haven't decided how fast I want the player to move yet. It'll be faster than this though. So what I did, just really quickly, at the very beginning, so like begin play, it sets a max walk speed, which I'm going to increase right now. It's at 250, which I thought would be plenty. I'm going to increase that to 400. And then I have a run speed, and it's at 700. I'm going to put that to 800. So I just set it. And then way down here at the bottom, I have like a sprinting section. And when the sprint button is pushed, I set the max walk speed. I mean, it's weird that it's called the walk speed. It should just be like movement speed, but whatever. I set it to the run speed, and then when I release the key, it sets it to the walk speed. So it seems to work pretty well. It took me a little while to get that working, just because I was doing it wrong. Okay, this is a little bit faster now, and then yeah, that's a fun like arcadey-ish sprint speed. As I continue to work on the game, I'll probably mess with those values a little bit more, but I mean, even right now, the walking feels a bit sluggish. Because I want this to be kind of a fast-paced game, so let me get this guy's attention. Yeah, he is faster than me. I used to move faster than that, so let me increase that walk speed even more. I don't know, 600? It feels fast, but oh well. Yeah, I guess default was that. And then sprinting only goes up another 200, which means, yeah. Alright, so yeah, that'll be a nice little time lapse. It actually took a while, and I'll consider this to be good. I'm not going to implement any sort of stamina system because I really don't like it when games make you stop sprinting every 2 seconds. It's just more annoying, and it's not very realistic when you think that in most games where there's sprinting, you're playing a like hardened veteran military guy who went through like crazy training and they can't sprint for more than like 2 seconds. So I'm gonna leave it without a stamina system. Next, what's on my net to-do list? So sprinting is done. Oh, I'm gonna improve the map real quick. I'm just gonna elongate it. Actually, I should save that for last because I want to make a spawner first. That's the real reason why I want to make the map bigger, is because I want to add like a hallway of spawners basically. So I'm gonna do a spawner system now, and I'll have to look up a tutorial for that, and I'll do that through time lapse. So yeah, I'll catch you on the other side. So I'm actually having a bit of problems here, and I think it's going to take a little bit more time for me to figure it out. So I do have them spawning. I have about up to 10 spawning right now. The part that's not working is, well, they're not falling to the ground and chasing me, which is a problem. And I think it's because of collision. Because if I haven't actually done this yet, so I might be wrong. Let me try though. So I take this and put him in the sky. Does he fall? No, he doesn't. That's a problem. Why doesn't he fall? So let's open this guy up. He should have, like, I can't enable the mesh. That might be fine. I don't know, but this is the part that I cared about, was this enable gravity bit. I'm gonna get rid of the head because I almost feel like it might be anchoring it to the sky somehow. I was wrong. So I'm gonna do that and save. Alright, so I really don't know why it's not falling to the ground. Okay, I've made a decision actually, and this is something I was going to do eventually anyways. I need to actually use AI, so I'm just going to create a new enemy type, and I have a tutorial up on the left that actually does it, and it doesn't take too long. There's actually a built-in AI for basic AI, and this is just going to run at me like it already does. So I'm just going to use that, and that should be better. And since I'll be following a tutorial, it shouldn't like mess up on me like it is now. I literally have no idea why it's not chasing me anymore. It used to, and now it's not. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that in time-lapse form, so you'll actually get to see me create the AI character. I'm going to keep this guy around, but I mean, he's probably going to be deleted eventually. And this spawner will have to be modified to spawn the new enemy instead of this guy. So I'm going to do that, and then depending on how much time we have left, I want to keep this about 20 or 30 minutes. I might just cut the episode off there, and then in the next episode, we'll do the other stuff on my list of things to do. So yeah, let's just go ahead and roll right into that time lapse. This is just going to be a little bit of post-commentary instead of the usual live commentary. The reason I'm doing this is because I did the thing I did last episode where I rambled for 20 minutes and it wasn't very interesting, and it was also long-winded and showed a lot of live troubleshooting that kind of went nowhere sometimes. So I'm going to speed this up into a little time-lapse. But before I leave you to the peaceful music of the time-lapse, I wanted to point out what's going on here. So what you just saw was my progress on the current new AI character. So I do have it chasing me when I place it manually, but they're still not falling from the spawner. This is actually something that was easy to fix, and it's as you are watching this, it's already been fixed. What I work on for the rest of the time-lapse is just re-implementing the doing damage to the enemy and, killing them. So that's what the time-lapse is going to be, and then I'll catch you at the end of the time-lapse for a little outro. All right. We are officially back up and running with this AI junk. It is now officially using real AI instead of just like basic move to logic, which is better in the long run because eventually I'm gonna most likely have more complicated AI than this. So it's nice to just kind of use it as a standard. Eventually I will have models for this, but as I said in like episode 1, I'm not spending money on this yet. So sorry if that was loud. And they've already respawned. So what is next? Let me look at my little to-do list here. So what we did, we added sprinting, so I'll mark that. We didn't do that one. We did make a spawner. I technically improved the map. And I didn't... So the things I didn't do was I didn't make the enemy aggro on being shot, but now it aggroes immediately anyways, so that's going to be something I'll do later. What I want is like an aggro radius, because in the game I don't want enemies at the end of the level to be constantly like running towards us. I mean, there might be situations where I want that, but like for a standard enemy I want them to have like a radius. That's actually difficult because that could lead to situations where like the second you cross into an area, all enemies are like alerted to your position. So on site is still how I want to do it. Now this AI is not set up for on site, I don't think. So I'll have to look into that. So next episode is going to be even more AI work, but that's not going to be the main point of the video. I'm just going to try and get it to only move if it knows where I'm at. So I'll have to imitate some of that logic from my older class, my older runner object. And what else do I want to do next time? I might start getting this into some HUD elements soon. I mean, honestly, the fact that we have a spawner is like a bigger step than you might realize, because from here on out, I can just make a new spawner. I can make multiple spawners, so I can drag this over here. Now the question is, does it make 20? So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No, okay. So yeah, I have like a global limit at 10 right now, which I guess is doing 11. I don't know why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have to decide if I like it. I think I want to keep it that way. I like it being like level controlled, because in a wave-based system, I want a global variable that can like talk to all the spawners at once. I'll probably make special spawners that ignore that limit. But right now, this is fantastic, just to have something that spawns enemies. Because basically now what I can do is make this like hallway level kind of, where it just spawns enemies. And what I'll eventually do is like, and I could even do this now, but basically what I can do is improve this and be like, after a certain amount of enemies have been spawned, don't spawn anymore, period. So like it could even delete itself to save memory or something. So that could be something I do from in the next episode. But I'll figure that out, and I think I'll go ahead and end the episode here. I know we didn't do everything, but I guess that's how game dev goes. Some things take a lot longer than you think they will, but at the end of the day, as long as you get it done, it's good. So as usual, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please put them in the comments. I'll try and actually post some of these videos so that feedback doesn't end up being like only relevant on episode 10 or something, because I just did like 10 episodes in a row without uploading any. I'm also just gonna put this out here now, and I'll probably put a comment on the first video. I'm not a huge fan of episode 1. It is literally just me staring at a Word document talking for 20 minutes. So I'm probably gonna redo that video, but I've already like used that video as a reference in this video and the last video, so there's gonna be like some inconsistencies a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So just keep that in mind, and you guys have a good rest of your day.